everybody. Today we are now back to our regularly scheduled programming on here on the channel. I don't know why I said that was kind of stupid. By that I mean like we got nothing special going on. We just wrapped up the MF Ghost series, so now we're just kind of doing builds again until I figure out what I want to do next. I want to do the Forza Horizon 2 playthrough, but that would take some time to film and like get all that together, so that'll be another day. For now though, we are doing a build on the 1986 BMWs at the M635csi drift build. So to give you a rundown what we're going to do, I'm going to take it down through the drift zone, show you guys what it can do, head on over to the festival, give you guys a build and tune. I do want to start off by saying that this car is all-wheel drive, and my reasoning, and some of you guys give me shit in the comments for it, and I try to explain this to the best degree that I can in every video, and that is, most of the time when I'm drifting, more often than not, it's competition and it's for points. So I'm like trying to rack up points, get new PBs in drift zones, or I'm like drifting for points in competition, whatever. And all-wheel drive cars are way more efficient at getting points than rear-wheel drive cars are. And do I do rear-wheel drive cars on the channel for builds from time to time? Yes. So like check out the build playlist that I have. There's some rear wheel drive cars in there, and yeah, and when I'm just kind of cruising around with my boys or whatever, it'll be a rear wheel drive car. It won't be an all wheel drive. Personally, I think rear wheel drive is easier to drift. You got a lot more control over the car, but a lot of other people say otherwise, that all wheel drive is easier and it's a cheat code. Me personally, I don't think so. But without further ado, let's get into it. And I immediately, man, I haven't really drifted anything in a while. And so like wrapped up in that MF Ghost thing, getting all those videos made. Yeah, like as you can see, this thing's got a ton of power. It's not super snappy on the transitions like a lot of other like high horsepower like S2 cars are, drift cars I should say are. The transitions are super smooth. It's a really smooth car. It's not overly like snappy with anything. Really easy, gearing is nice. I built this car maybe a couple years ago at this point for shorts. This car's been featured in my YouTube shorts a few times. You guys should go check those out. They're like a minute long, just kind of like drifting, like slow motion 360 entry with music in the background, nothing crazy. Can I crack out a 1,000,000 point run? We're gonna find out. don't know if we're gonna hit that 1 million mark. I think it might be a bit of a stretch. We might be able to barely get it. I'm gonna swing this corner out wide. No, we're gonna be barely short. Dang, 974,000, which is still very good. I think if I would have got a practice run in, I definitely could have crossed 1 million, but it's whatever. Still put up a good run. So I will give you guys the share code. Let's head on over here. Take a drink of water while this loads. Gotta stay hydrated. You guys should too. While I do this, the intake came in for my truck today. So I'm gonna put that on tomorrow. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, build. Engine, you want to swap in the Racing 3.0 liter inline 6 turbo, which is the 2JZ all-wheel drive swap. For aero, do whatever you want. It's up to you. I left it stock. Forward tires, you want the drift tire compound. 295mm tires in the front. For the back, you want the also 295. Wheels, do whatever you like. I like the stock wheels. I like these old school like 90s BBS, or like 80s and 90s like BBS wheels that BMW was using at the time. Track width, you want that middle like medium upgrade in the front, and you want it maxed out in the rear. For the drivetrain, you want the Race 7-speed transmission. Driveline, you want the Race driveline. Apparently you want the Race driveline again because it didn't register when I clicked the D-pad. Differential, you want the Race differential. Was that Race? Drift, my bad. Drift differential. For the brakes, you want the Race brakes. Drift suspension. Race front anti-roll bars. Race rear anti-roll bars. No roll cage, and race weight reduction. Moving on over to the engine bits, you want the race fuel system. Race ignition. Race valves. Race block. And race turbo. Now let's head on over to the tune. For tire pressure, you want 30 for front and back, gearing 2.20 final drive. I made this car a long time ago. I believe everything below that is stock. If yours is different than this, go ahead, pause the video, match it up, and then resume. For alignment, camber in the front, -4.5, -1.0 in the rear, toe 2.6 outward on the front, and 0 down in the rear. Front caster angle of 7.0. Anti-roll bars, you want 12.8 in the front, 13.5 in the rear. Springs, 428.5 in the front, 567.5 in the rear. Ride height is 6.9, nice, in the front, and 6.6 in the rear. Sorry about that, my brother walked in. Dude does not know how to knock on the damn door. Okay, damping, 5.7 in the front, 6.0 in the rear for rebound, 2.3 in the front, 2.7 in the rear for bump. Aero, if you got it, leave it stock. For the braking, balance 100% towards the front and 100% pressure. Finally, for the differential, 30% acceleration, 0% deceleration in the front and the rear, 83% acceleration, 3% deceleration, with a center balance of 75% towards the rear. And that is it for the build and tune. Now we're gonna go outside and do donuts, because that's how we end off all the videos around here. What's crazy is like the MF Ghost series videos, those are like 20, 25 minutes long each video. And man, me clipping that wall kind of like threw me off. I was gonna try to drift that whole thing. Now the videos are back down to like 10 to 12, like 15 minutes on the long end, I guess. And he walked in again to let me know that he's going to the bowling alley a little early before his league tonight to buy a sanding pad. Dude, you could have waited the like 3 minutes it was going to take me to walk out. Because I was going to hit stop record. I wasn't going to edit this right now. I was going to stop record and I was going to walk out there. But whatever. With all that said and done, and my rant done, thank you guys for watching. Hope to see you in the next video. And that is all for me today.